my delightful idiots. Today's video will be talking about the difference between hate and criticism, more specifically in the K-pop industry. Now I have done a lot of research for this topic and I will use examples to differentiate between comments, but I will blur out the name tag, and if it's in Korean, I will give the translation. Now, some disclaimers. Number 1. I'm bringing up slightly controversial topics, so if you aren't a fan of discussing this, then I would suggest you click off the video. Number 2. Any idol that I mention, don't go spread any hate towards them, and for idols that are criticized, I would personally say it's kind of waste of time. If it was a past incident, not saying you aren't allowed to, but I think you could put your time towards something else than getting mad at past events. But if you are truly offended, then I feel sorry for you. Number 3. I'm not promoting you guys to do anything or take some sort of action. I'm just pointing out the difference between criticism and hate in the K-pop community. This is supposed to be an informative video. You have been warned, so let's start the video. By the definition, I think we all know, hate itself is purely subjective and people can hate something, but there are people who could love the same thing. This is obviously present with all K-pop groups. They can be for songs, dance, concept, discography, artists, management, or overall the whole group. Root causes of hate towards an idol can be through jealousy, misogyny, fear, or just being unhappy with your own life and you only find satisfaction within yourself by taking down other idols. Now the hate for songs can be somewhat reasonable, because it's not like the song has a life or emotions, so it doesn't matter. Hating how a dance is choreographed also makes sense in a way, as it is your opinion. Some people might actually like that. Hate towards idols is purely subjective, and this is where the root causes are clear towards idols. Are you allowed to dislike an idol? Yes, but stop making your negative opinions public, or trying to convince others to do the same. Just stop your hate thoughts for an idol with just "I dislike them," and if you really spent so much time hating on an idol, then please get some help. Your hateful words have an impact on the idol, if they read it, and can change the general view of an idol to the public, if your opinion goes viral. Usually hate towards an idol is very subjective, and sometimes the idol isn't even doing anything wrong, but you find ways to make them look like a villain. Examples of hated K-pop idols can be Jeongyeon from IVE. She got massive loads of hate when she was on Produce 48 before she debuted in I-DLE. A case where she got a useless amount of hate can be with her eating a strawberry. We are all familiar with this incident. Basically, she was eating a strawberry in a cute way and people literally made up shit about her. Okay, finding her eating a strawberry cutely can be slightly cringe in people's eyes, but this escalated quite quickly and ended up having so many people against Jeongyeon and calling her a pick-me. Another case of how someone getting hate for being themselves is Mina from Itzy. She was singing Love Dive by IVE awkwardly on her V-Live and people had such a problem with her. They often use the same formula to hate on her, like they did with Jeongyeon, calling her a pick-me, craving attention and fake attitude. These allegations were all false and were made by haters with malicious intentions. And they are often reused for any hate case. Mina and Jeongyeon weren't hurting anyone, they didn't do anything wrong, and getting negative opinions on them will be classified as hate. Now we get into criticism. We all know the definition, but to differentiate them with hate, this is more objective, and it doesn't have to do with personal issues. This is where it starts to get controversial, so this is a final warning. Now, idols do have problematic moments which we can't deny. They aren't perfect humans as we claim they are, and they do mess up big time, but somehow during those times, some stans let them off the hook, which is wrong. Give criticism when it's needed. Some idols have done genuinely messed up stuff like racism, cultural appropriation, black accent, and other controversial stuff. Now, I won't be giving my input in these matters as I'm not part of the race which was offended, but I will just show the scandals which went down, so please note, this isn't my input. This was all based on what I researched. An instance where an idol has messed up which is actually quite recent can be Jeongyeon from Twice. As you know, Jeongyeon wore a shirt with Sid Vicious wearing a shirt with the World Hate symbol. The symbol was supposed to represent the rise of Spidler and his ideology. The H is replaced so this doesn't get taken down. Fun fact, apparently Sid Vicious just wore the shirt to get under people's skin. Nothing really to do with politics. By the way, this fact came up on Quora just to let you know. We all know what he did and it's established that he is a horrible man by everyone. This is an instance where it's fair for netizens to criticize Jeongyeon as she did mess up, since she picked the outfit herself. Jeongyeon did wear another controversial shirt, but that was given by the stylist, so it's not like Jeongyeon picked the outfit, so it doesn't make too much sense for Jeongyeon to get criticized for something her stylist did. What seems ridiculous is that one says are defending Jeongyeon by using excuses like, she never learned about it, she is Korean, so it doesn't matter, or she is young. How does a grown Korean woman not know about the most hated symbol on this earth? I'm not Korean, but I'm pretty sure they would have taught them this in history classes. This is general knowledge that people should know. The last example for a scandal which needed criticism was Giselle from Aespa lip-syncing the N-word. She was singing a song which contained the N-word, and sung that part with confidence, which led to a lot of backlash. When the video was uploaded, it offended the African race as the word was used against them in a racial manner back in the 1980s. For this incident, she did get a lot of valid criticism, and not a lot of people could defend them, which made sense. Both idols did make an apology on their social media platforms once they received the criticism, and realized what they did was wrong. What the idols did was offend the general public or a race. Let's take an example of a big Jeongyeon or Giselle stan hearing the news of them messing up, and if they are the race that are targeted, they have the right to be offended as they attacked and offended a whole race. They are allowed to give criticism and hold them accountable. Don't take away their right to be offended. This takes us to our end card. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please note this is supposed to be informative and this isn't to fuel hate or criticism. If you are still mad at this video, then that's on your end, because I gave you a warning. Please comment on what you think about these scenarios, and share your thoughts. Like and subscribe to this channel and I will see you in another video. Until then, bye.